Right, I'm with James Bird, top EV manager with Nissan. We've got the Nissan Ariya Nismo. This looks incredible. James, how is this different from the normal Ariya?
It is a bit different, it does look a bit striking. So this is the relaunch of Nismo in the UK and Europe with this car. We haven't been here in Europe with a product since 370Z with GTR Nismo a few years ago. And it's the first EV for the brand. So what have we done? Well, our Nismo engineers have got hold of it and they've improved a whole amount from all their racing technology. So all of the aero on the front end is new. So we've got a revised air curtain to take pressure out the front wheel arch through here.
Functional, okay, cool.
We have a canard with a vortice generator which pumps air round the side of the car to make it as smooth as possible. And all of this is trying to give the car stability at speed. Okay. So the handling is improved, the confidence is improved. The performance, yeah. So it's running a twin motor E4 setup. We run a little bit more kilowattage, so 320 kilowatts, 430-ish horsepower in old money. Yeah. So a little bit more performance than standard cars. And also we changed the configuration of the motor, so it's now slightly rear biased. Oh, okay. Where standard Ariya is front biased if you take a dual motor system. So all of those changes make it a lot more sharp on the road, improved handling, improved refinement. The suspension has been modified by our guys at Nismo. The wheels are I like
when you smiled, Damien. The suspension's been modified and you was like...
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. The wheels are from NK, Japan, so brand new 20-inch rims with better cooling on the brakes and new Michelin rubber as well, so I'm adding a huge amount of grip. So a lot more linear feel in terms of acceleration, in terms of that acceleration we love, that sustained G, but also cornering as well. So
okay, let's move around the side. The side looks good, but also the back as well. And you can see we're in Covent Garden, there's people around, we've got the Japanese blossom trees, they're beautiful.
Sakura, yeah.
Sakura, mirroring. I like how the bumpers mirror around the side skirts. So this is, you wouldn't get this on a normal Ariya, wouldn't you?
No, so all the side skirt is new with the red Nismo piping. You've got the trip edge on the rear as well, again, trying to funnel that airflow round the side of the car. And the colour is from a GTR. This is called Stealth Grey.
I love
So a little bit of a nod to our other sports cars from other markets. 400Z is also available in this colour, but we put it on Ariya. You talked a bit about kind of the kind of rear and side as well. Yeah. We have the continuation of that sill into a twin-layered rear diffuser, and that's designed to push the airflow further under the car. It already has a fully flat floor, but it tries to push it further under the car to smooth the airflow under the tail. And then at the top of the rear window, we have a ducktail spoiler. Bit of a nod to a 400Z GT4 race car, but a nice little touch to make it stand out.
So it's not just aesthetically pleasing, it's functional too, right?
It is functional, absolutely.
It has all the performance benefits on track with all these aero, right?
Yeah, it's all about downforce and
let's
reducing
have a look
lift.
Let's keep more walking round to the back, because that is pretty special. Look at it.
Twin-layered rear diffuser. We also have a fog lights kind of replicating the rain light on a race car. So GT4, 400Z,
Formula 1 style,
Formula E, all
Formula
of that.
E, obviously.
So also the Nismo moniker across all on the surface areas on the extended bodywork, and then this is that ducktail spoiler. So again, funneling air through a twin vent, that's standard, but then again through the ducktail spoiler, again pushing the car down at speed, give it more stability and more downforce.
I like it. How come we haven't lost the wiper for the aero as well? Is that just
wiper, I guess, is one of those contentious things that practically people really appreciate them. And, if you don't have a wiper, it can be a bit more tricky in a British climate. So, no, we do maintain the wiper. This is more important about generating downforce than worrying about the rear wiper.
We've got a power tailgate, normal boot like you would get on an Ariya as well.
Yeah, so 406 litres. It's a twin motor, so we do have kind of a semi-false floor, but it's more for packaging and space under here. But no, very practical. The car is designed to do everything an Ariya does, but with that sports pedigree and driver focus. Yeah, just a lot more sharper, better handling for the enthusiast. That's
I love that. And the interior looks a little bit more bougie, right? If we go round to the front.
Yeah, sure.
If you go there, James, we've got to get a look at this, because look at the interior. Let me jump in. I haven't actually been inside it yet, but we might as well. And James can talk us through. So you've lit the cabin now with some Alcantara suede. Yeah. It's nice and cool in here.
So absolutely, I've got the AC on for you. So the seats have been retrimmed. We have this synthetic Alcantara and synthetic leather, and that's designed to grip you more tightly. So under hard cornering, you're not moving about in the chair so much. There also is a bit more support under your legs than in the standard car. You've got a black Alcantara headlining style as well. Bose sound system from the high-spec range. You've got a head-up display, and then all of the touch points have this red Nismo accentuation.
Do you know what? That is the theme throughout that I've seen, James, that I actually really love as well. The redness, it's sporty, it's dynamic, you've got it here. Even on the button, which we'll get some B-roll of, which as soon as you press the red button, it's naughty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, don't press this. It's like a pilot, a jet, and I love this. You know, throw back to the rally days to know where your
Where point of
orientation
centre is. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so good. I think this is really nice, and you've kept all that. These are all haptic back as well.
All haptic, and then on your centre console, which also acts as your knee bar, you've there got your drive modes as well. So this is with Nismo mode, and you have a different
so you've got
infographic.
Nismo.
You've got infographics which are Nismo specific for this car as well. So when you start the car, it has a different, I guess, introduction to the model, which is quite fun. Also, all the and lighting. So all the lighting in here, it's hard to see, goes from and lighting is a style of paper lantern.
Japanese lantern.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So we've actually abandoned the warm white light and we've made it red, so it's a bit more angry. You can see it over there.
Yeah, because the other one, from the normal Ariya, you can't change, but it has got that nice peaceful.
It's a very warm environment. Yeah, it feels very different. But when it's a bit angrier, a bit redder, you know you're in Nismo.
James, let's talk through the drive modes, because I want to know specifically what's different when we go into Nismo. So we've got Snow, Eco, Standard, and Nismo. So let's just go from, we're driving in Eco, we go over to Nismo. What's changed with the car?
So the change will be around throttle response, how responsive the vehicle is. In terms of the traction control, there'll be settings that are specific to Nismo mode versus the regular mode. One of the differences in terms of how our engineers have set up this car is that it's slightly rear biased now. So there is that slight change. It's more about optimizing mechanical grip, but the dynamics have changed for traction and that linear sustained G acceleration. So Nismo mode is about getting the best out of this package.
I love it. Steering all stiffer, suspension a bit.
We can't really comment too much about what we've changed.
James,
I know. But our Nismo engineers have got hold of it. They've made it unique to this car.
So it's not eco suspension when I put it in Nismo. It's going to stiffen up.
The suspension isn't adaptive in that way. So it's in permanent setup. The steering weight will change. So there is a little bit more of a, pressure around the straight ahead. But in terms of the suspension, it doesn't change versus the mode. It's just been set up by our Nismo engineers.
I like that. So like little tweak software changes. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful inside. What about the rear space? Anything changed in there? Is there any more tech that you get than the normal?
It's not any different in terms of, it's just the continuation of the Nismo trim on the interior, and again, the and lighting that you can see through the back of the car. One of the things that Ariya has always had is quite slim seats in the front department, so that the driver and passenger seat, and that means you get a lot of legroom and a lot of visibility forward. So it does help with things like motion sickness with your kids. You've got a bit more visibility, but ultimately very comfortable, very easy to access, completely flat floor, no tunnel, because all
I love that. Slide across.
All of our stiffness is in the battery casing. Where we run the cross members, the spine of the car goes through the battery casing. And then in the front as well, one of the big differences of our car is our AC unit isn't under the dashboard. It's stuck under the bonnet, and that means you free up a whole heap more space for that lounge-like interior. On Nismo, of course, you need a bit more of a knee bar, and that's why that centre console is fixed, so you've got that pressure when you're taking it through the twisty bends.
I think you've been very, very thorough, James. Thank you ever so much. This is my new best friend. We've got James Bird here. If you could just say to me, Car Chat TV, get subbed.
Car Chat TV, get subs.
Yeah, I got a pound as well. That was brilliant. Thank you.